There is a scripture that says that the course of the Lord is one eternal round. And what does this really mean? This has to do with the path to coming closer to God and to becoming like Him. The first step in the path is to decide to do your best in all things, all the time. Once you make that decision, you will immediately begin to see ways that you can improve past where you currently are. It becomes necessary to prioritize those improvements because you can't do all things at once, but you have to do everything in the right order and in the right time. The way that you set that priority is by doing what's most important and has the highest impact first, and that's completely determined by you through your own understanding. So let's say that you have 7 things on your list that you need to improve, but you only have time in your day to work on the top 4. That's fine. You work on the top 4 and on the top one first, and do everything that you can to make progress on that and then move to the next one. Once you've worked on the top priority sufficiently that you have improved it to where it needs to be, it gets moved down farther on the list, and the next one that's the most important becomes the top priority. Eventually, as you work your way down the list, you will find yourself back at the first thing that was a top priority, and you'll start to find ways to make that better again. There's no end to the ways that you can make things better, but you do need to make them in the order that makes the most sense. The cyclical nature of continuing to reevaluate and make things better that you've already improved over time is what it means that the course of the Lord is one eternal round. You keep going through this cycle of improvement, and it's really a spiral that spirals more and more like Him, farther and farther up. Doing your best in all things might seem overwhelming, but it's gated completely to you. You're not being held to an arbitrary standard, but to what your own conscience tells you is sincerely your best. As you do that, you will free yourself of guilt, and you will come closer to God much more quickly than you think. I invite you to decide today, right now, to do the best that you possibly can in all things in your life, according to the dictates of your own conscience. And as you do that, I promise you that you'll see new and different ways to improve. And as you go through and make those improvements in a priority order that makes the most sense, you will get closer to God than you've ever gotten before in your life. Take care.